we have a very special guest this morning. As promised earlier, we have Dato Ruby Khong with us, speaking about Kechara Soup Kitchen. She's the president of Kechara Soup Kitchen. Welcome to the show. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. You're perfectly welcome.
Oh, thank you very much. We wanted to find out a little bit more about what Kechara Soup Kitchen is. Perhaps you can tell our viewers a little bit more about what it is.
Yes. Kechara Soup Kitchen is an NGO that was started in 2006.
Okay.
We feed the homeless and also the urban poor in the Klang Valley. But of course, we've since expanded to other parts of Malaysia.
Right.
And it was actually inspired by my spiritual guide, His Eminence Tsem Rinpoche, who himself experienced life as a homeless during his teenage years.
Wow. Okay.
And it has always been his dream to be able to serve the homeless. So in year 2006, he asked a group of us to start it, and we just crystallized his vision from then on.
Unbelievable. Making dreams come true, you know. This is what we are all here about. Kechara Soup Kitchen, tell us about what its main activities are. What does it do?
Yes, I mean, the name speaks for itself,
Yes.
Kechara Soup Kitchen. But it is, in Malaysia, most people think that a soup kitchen is actually a restaurant.
That it serves soup. Okay,
Yes.
well, it's not actually just serving soup.
That's right, it's not an NGO. And they will come into our soup kitchen and say that, oh, you know, so what are you serving today? But yes, Kechara Soup Kitchen serves the homeless and the urban poor in off Jalan Imbi. And what we do there in our building is that every day on the weekday, the homeless will actually come into the building to get food. And it's a very complete meal because we don't just give freshly cooked vegetarian food, but besides that, we also give them water and fruits and also biscuits. And occasionally, when there's sponsorship, they also get some pastries.
Oh, excellent.
So that's really nice. Now, and then they can do their laundry in this building.
Wow.
So they will also be able to get counseling. Sometimes they just need someone to talk to.
That's right.
Yes.
You know, everybody needs someone to lend a ear.
Lend a listening ear and a shoulder to cry on sometimes.
Right.
So our volunteers have all been briefed to be able to do that. Now, we also give job placement, which is our emphasis actually, because we want to get them off the streets.
That's right.
And a lot of them want to get off the streets and to be able to integrate back to the mainstream of the society. So we help them to do that, and we also provide medical aid. All our volunteers are trained in first aid, but on more severe cases, we will send them to the clinic or to the hospitals.
Right.
So that is the main activity of Kechara Soup Kitchen.
But you can also tell us about who does the program generally benefits.
Yes. People from quite diverse ages.
Right. Okay.
And we serve without discrimination.
Okay.
So anyone and everyone who requires help will come to us. We've got children who come to us for help, and we've helped actually to place them into shelter homes.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. We've got people from very, very old, maybe about up to, our oldest client is about 82. Kicked out from home.
Oh dear.
And so we served him for a while and found him a home also.
Okay.
So it ranges from very young to up to about, like I said, 82. Children, adults, male, female.
Doesn't matter. And why do you
matter.
think? I mean, we want to know, why are these people on the streets? Don't they have families to go to? Don't they have places to be? You know.
A lot of people are on the streets not by choice.
Right.
You know, it's due to many socio-economic reasons.
Right.
Predominantly it's because they can't get along with the members of the family.
Oh, okay.
Many of them are singles.
Right.
And beyond, you know, working age. So, and when they can't get along with the family members, they are asked to leave.
Oh dear.
Yes,
I can't
it's
believe
really
people
not
just
nice.
you know, let
Yes.
them off like that without any support.
But having said that, some of them are quite difficult in their own way also. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why they're on the streets. Some of them are actually is a migration issue, meaning that they actually come from smaller towns with the hope of being able to find, you know, better jobs here in the city. And along the way, some of them have not been so lucky, or they've been cheated.
Right.
So,
Which is quite common actually.
It is quite common. And this age group is usually between 25 to about 45.
Right.
Always wanting to seek greener pasture.
Yeah.
And what's so sad is that they are unable to go back to their hometowns. although we have helped some of them to pay for their fare to go back, the reason being is that they don't want to disappoint their family members.
right.
And for as long as they are away, the family members would think that they are still
doing well.
They are doing well.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is another group of people who are on the streets. And of course, occasionally we do meet with those who just like to lepak.
Okay.
You know, these are the runaways, and
Right.
this is the group that we do a lot of counseling because they're very young and they just need a lot of guidance.
That's right. So some guidance to either reintegrate back into your family, to
Yes, that's
find
right.
your parents again. Try to live together with
Yes.
their family member and get along well in harmony. What do you think are the figures that are in Malaysia right now in terms of homelessness?
We've been told that it is about 5,000, which actually, if to compare it with other countries, in other parts of the world, it is very, very low
Very
figure.
low.
So I should say that we're actually very fortunate. But with Kechara Soup Kitchen, we have registered approximately 1,500 homeless, which this data is also, which we share it with our welfare department. And the number has not been growing as significantly as it could.
Yeah.
And which is a very good sign.
Which
actually.
is a good sign. I mean, you told me something earlier when I was talking to you earlier that Malaysians are very kind, and we are generally very charitable, and that's partly why a lot of people are not. We don't have an increasing number of homelessness.
Yes. Also because we do a lot of job placement, and so we are able to get them off the streets. You see, what happens is that because KSK has been around for the last 4.5 years now, and so restaurants, hotels, workshops, whenever they need extra employee, they will come to us, and we will try to matchmake them.
Oh yeah, that's
Yes.
great. That's a great sort of joint venture of sorts.
Yes.
Tell me-
It's a win-win situation
It
between
is.
all three parties.
Yes,
Yeah.
what a great way to start. Tell me a little bit more about MIGF. You mentioned to me about MIGF
yes.
having some, charity that is benefiting Kechara
Soup Kitchen. Yes,
That's right.
We were so excited when the organizers of MIGF came to us. That is Dato Steve Day and Datin Su. See what happens that they've been running MIGF, that's Malaysian International Gourmet Festival, for the last 10 years. And each year, at the end of the festival, they will actually have a chef auction,
Right.
whereby the funds will go to a charity organization.
Okay.
So for last year, MIGF 2010, the organizers decided to do something different, and they managed to get 17 hotels and restaurants who are part of the MIGF program to come to Kechara Soup Kitchen every week to serve the homeless.
Oh,
so what they
excellent.
do is that, for example, KL Hilton was the first to come,
Right.
and they will cook in their own kitchen,
Okay.
500 packets of vegetarian food, and then they will come with their chefs, their staffs, to our soup kitchen. And they will help us to serve and also distribute it to our team leaders to bring down to the streets. Yeah.
You actually have mobile distribution, right? That
Yes.
you have vans going out.
We do. See, how we operate is like this: from weekday, Monday to Friday, between 11 to 1 p.m., we serve from our kitchen. So the homeless and the urban poor will actually come to our soup kitchen off Jalan Imbi and to get food, counseling, and do their laundry. And the kitchen closes at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
At 1:30, we will go down to Kampung Balami, which is just behind the Istana. And over there, we serve about 60 homeless. They're not exactly homeless. Some of them do have homes, but they are very hardcore poor and very old. So some of them, we have to do doorstep delivery because they are bedridden, and we have to go to them instead of them coming to us. Now, that will be from Monday to Friday. And on Saturday, every Saturday, we call it the midnight round.
Okay.
About 70 volunteers will come to Kechara Soup Kitchen. They will pack the food, and then we'll distribute into 10 different teams because we've got 10 routes. Each route will bring along with them between 50 to 70 packets of food. There's one particular one in Chowkit, they have 100 packets of food. And together, these team leaders, together with the food and their volunteers, they will go down to their designated route and to serve. So that whole operation will take us about 3 to 4 hours because for first timers, they will need to come to the building about 8:30 to do a briefing because our volunteer safety is also our responsibility, and we will tell them the do's and the don'ts when they're on the streets to feed. That is, and some of the very basic things like to respect even the privacy of the homeless. You know, don't just take photographs of them without asking for their permission. Don't touch their belongings. You know, or never to approach them from the back, because they, you know, having been on the streets for that long, they tend to be, or rather, they have to be defensive to be able to survive such harsh conditions. So we'll tell them, oh, never approach the homeless from the back. You know, don't put on jewelry. You know, you don't want to be subjected to any crime. So these are the things that we tell the volunteers, and also not to give them any cash. If there is any requirements that they need besides the food and the medical attention, that they should bring, the volunteers should bring this matter up to the team leader, and then our committee will address this issue. So this is what we do on a Saturday. In total, on a weekday we serve about 250 packets of food.
250 packets? Okay.
But on the Saturday midnight round, it's 750.
Wow.
Every week.
And you reach that many people on a on a weekend night.
Weekend night.
But I also understand, you were telling me earlier that, you know, I think about 3 months ago, that you guys have gone green because you know, you want to contribute back towards the society in a positive manner, not to contribute to waste. You know, we just had a World Environment Day on the 5th of June, so that's a green effort that we really like to applaud. Tell us how that came about.
In fact, it's been on my mind for the longest time. It's just that I know it's very expensive at this point of time to be able to fully go green. And every week we are serving at least 1,700 packets of food. And to see all this styrofoam going out, it just chokes me.
Yes, I can imagine.
So after a few months of discussion with my committee, and finally, you know, everyone gave the go ahead to go green. And so what we do now is that because Sogo is one of our main sponsors also, what they do is that they give us bottled mineral water. And so we encourage our homeless that if you bring back this empty bottle to us, we'll give you an extra fruit, just as a encouragement. Yes. A bottle of a fruit, or maybe a packet of biscuits. Then for the styrofoam, we've already substituted it with the disposable boxes.
Like, it looks like paper mache, right?
Yes.
I've seen those.
It's very nice, but it's quite expensive.
I can imagine.
And we're still hoping that you know, some sponsors will come forward, and to be able to
make a
lessen our burden
contribute towards that. We'll just take a short break right now, and but in the meantime, we want to ask our viewers if you have any questions about Kechara Soup Kitchen, and if you wanted to know, you know, send us an email. You can email us at breakfast@bernama-tv.com, or send us a Twitter message at breakfastbrtv, and we will be able to air your views on air. So we'll take a short break right now, and we'll be back with Dato Ruby Khong just in a few minutes. Don't go away. Good morning, and thank you for staying with us on the Breakfast Club. We're still with none other than Dato Ruby Khong, President of Kechara Soup Kitchen, and we are talking about KSK and how KSK can be funded. Perhaps you can tell us, how is KSK funded? How does it run?
As with any NGO, we are heavily dependent on public support.
Is it completely donations and public support? Wow,
So we do a lot of our fundraising. It's really hot here this morning in the studio.
we're just a little bit stewing. It's like a sauna in here.
So we do a lot of fundraising. Every year, Kechara Soup Kitchen does an annual fundraising dinner. In fact, we just had one last month, and it was very successful.
Wow, okay.
Then we also do a lot of roadshows in our malls, especially One Utama has been very supportive of our cause. So twice a year they will give us a corner in the shopping mall, and that's where we create public awareness. Also, the media and the press have been very supportive of our work, of our cause, and so there has been quite a bit of publicity created for Kechara Soup Kitchen, and each time when that is done, the public would actually call in and ask, oh, how can we help, or where can I send a check to? So these are the three main fundraising activities that we do. That is our annual dinner, our roadshows,
Yes.
and of
also
course
public
for
donations.
the public donations.
Well, if today you feel like you're a bit charitable and you want to give to KSK, the Kechara Soup Kitchen, you can do so by making a donation, and you can find out a little bit more on your website.
on our website.
Yes. And how do you make donations? I mean, what are the methods? What are the payment or the donation methods that's available?
Okay, we've made it very easy
Okay.
for the donors.
Right.
On our website, they can actually do an auto debit from their bank account.
Okay. So a local bank transfer is available.
Bank transfer. They can pay by PayPal.
Oh, PayPal.
Right.
Wow. Even
Yes.
PayPal is available on Kechara Soup Kitchen. There you go.
Or they can send us a check.
They can send you
Yes.
a check as well. Okay.
All the information is on our website.
Okay, we'll be giving you the website details in a while later, and stay tuned for that. But if you are feeling charitable, don't forget to lend a hand. But there are other ways to give back, not just monetary terms. You were saying that Kechara Soup Kitchen is still open to other things as well. Yes.
Yes. Because of the types of services that we are providing to the homeless, which is not just food, we also give medical aid and counseling.
Right.
So if there are any medical personnel there, like nurses, matron, or doctors,
Yes.
and who like to contribute 1 or 2 hours of their time a week,
Yeah.
that they can actually come to our soup kitchen in off Jalan Imbi.
It's off Jalan Imbi, right? You
Yes,
have the
it is
address
actually
here.
Jalan Barat.
Is it Jalan Barat? 17 Jalan Barat off Jalan
Jalan
Imbi,
Imbi, yes.
which you recently just acquired, right? The space?
Yes, we acquired it about a year and a half ago, and it was with the kind sponsorship of M-Bank that
Oh,
we're
thank you,
able
M-Bank.
to, that we're able to renovate this place and to serve its purpose and to make it visually pleasant to serve our clients, because we are dealing with a community, and luckily a very small community with who probably will never get a chance to walk into a decent restaurant for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
So I wanted to give them something that they can look forward to.
Yeah.
A place that is, like I said, visually pleasant and that serves its purpose.
And it welcomes them.
Yes, that's right.
It's very welcoming.
Yeah, so at least they've got something to look forward to.
Yes, that's right. I have a place to go.
Yeah.
I want to go here today.
Yes.
Yeah. Not just, hanging about and stuff
That's
like that.
right, yeah.
Tell us about the fundamental values of KSK. I mean, we know that you guys are working on, based on, I've heard about the call that hunger knows no barriers and
Yes.
and things like that. Tell us about the KSK's fundamentals.
This motto came about because when my spiritual guide, His Eminence Tsem Rinpoche, when he asked us to start the soup kitchen, he told us, he said, I only have got one request from all of you, and that you must serve without discrimination, and that your food must be halal, because I would like everyone to eat with a peace of mind.
That's right.
He said, if you extract the stomach of a hungry person, it doesn't show his age, his gender, his religion, his creed. It just shows a hungry stomach.
That's right.
So please feed without discrimination. But along the way, we decided that vegetarian food would be more appropriate to serve the homeless, and also it's much healthier. I mean, I'm a vegetarian myself.
You are?
Yes,
completely
I am.
full-time?
Completely
Oh, wow.
vegetarian.
We recently just interviewed someone about who does vegan food, and she said she's never been to a doctor in 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah, are you that healthy because you're vegetarian as well?
Yeah, I think so.
wow.
It must be. I didn't really think about that.
There you go,
Yes.
vegetarian food because it's healthy.
Yes. And also so that we don't have to worry about whether it's halal or non-halal.
Yes, so everybody can partake.
Yes, and so that is why our motto, hunger knows no barriers. We feed without discrimination. We serve without discrimination, regardless of their religion, their race, their age, their gender.
That's really, really excellent. And what are the most recent activities that KSK has gone on? Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, we were involved in 2 road shows. One in Sunway Pyramid.
Okay.
And that was part of actually the Wesak Fair Festival.
Right, okay.
So we took part in that. In fact, Kechara is actually the main organizer. And just prior to that, there was the Karate and the Silat Association. I'm sorry, I can't really remember the complete name now.
Okay.
They had their competition, and they also invited Kechara Soup Kitchen to be a part of the activities, so we were able to set up a booth there and to create public awareness.
What is KSK's future plans? Where do you want to take this? What's the next step for this?
Yes, we had our short-term, medium-term, and long-term goal. short-term goal, of course, was when we started Kechara Soup Kitchen, we just wanted to reach out to as many homeless and urban poor as possible.
People, yeah?
That already achieved. And our medium-term goal was to acquire a building, a permanent building, so that you know, there's a stationary place where the homeless can come to us, because the homeless are of a wandering nature. They're always going around, so sometimes it's very hard for us to reach them.
Yes.
But since we have already achieved
space.
our medium-term goal, which is to have our permanent building, they come to us, and eventually I've already started working on looking for a piece of land that I want to build a nurture center.
Okay.
This nurture center will actually be a place where they actually come for training. Yes.
Okay.
And then it's easier for us actually to later on to be able to match them. Yeah. And to get jobs for them.
To find a place in society back
Yes,
again.
that's right.
So there's a nurture center is in the works. That
Is
is
in the works. That is
your
my-
longer term goal then.
A long-term goal, which we have already started working on.
Right.
So I'm actually appealing to friends, to anyone who is listening now, that if you know of, or if you have any piece of land that even if it's half an hour, 45 minutes away from the Klang Valley, it is still fine. Yeah, and to contact us so that we can see how we can work out this program with them.
That's right. Therefore, if you are actually out there, anyone who knows any information about land that you can help with the Kechara Society, Kechara Soup Kitchen, please submit your requests or submit your suggestions to the Kechara website, and we will be putting up the Kechara website after this. It will be at
.kechara.com/KSK.
and you can also find them on Facebook.
Oh yes, we're on Facebook. That's Kechara Soup Kitchen. Or you can call our hotline, which is 010-3333-260.
There you go, 010-3333-260. That is the hotline on during office hours. But there's also a landline that you can contact, which is at 03-2141-6046.
Yes,
which
that's
is
right.
your off Jalan
office.
Imbi
Yes.
headquarters. Is that correct?
That's the headquarters telephone number.
Just a quick one before we wrap. Wanted to talk about, you said to me earlier that people get complacent about charity, and that somebody else is doing it, and what is your advice to people about that school of thought?
Yes, because I often heard people saying that, oh, that's all right, someone is already doing it. Oh, that's okay, I think you guys are doing a good job. But as with any NGO, any charity organization, the more support that we have, the more we can do, and the more we can serve the community better. So, and some people, they think that, oh no, charity work is for those who are already successful in life, or
have material wealth.
It is not true, because every single one of us, we can do our part for the community. For those who can offer their time, they can come to volunteer. For those who are in the rat race, they can contribute financially.
That's right.
Medical personnel, they can step forth to provide medical aid. Counselors, trained counselors, can come step forth and offer counseling. So every single one of us has our role to play for the betterment of the society. Yeah.
What is your main view towards charity? Because I always think that everybody, like the environment, everybody has a responsibility towards it.
Yes.
It doesn't matter how young, how old, you can contribute towards it.
Yes. Many of the volunteers who come to us, they tell us that, wow, we're really thankful to Kechara Soup Kitchen for providing us a platform to be able to do something. And most of the time they say that it is not for them just to contribute, but they themselves benefit.
Right.
Yes,
There you go.
because
getting back in return as well.
Yes, because they say that it's really fulfilling, it's given meaning to my life, and in some of the cases also it has filled a void, in their lives.
Thank you very much, Dato Ruby Khong, for sharing so much about Kechara Soup Kitchen. And for you out there, if you have anything that you want to share with us, you can send your questions or your email to breakfast@bernama-tv.com, or Twitter us at breakfastbrtv, or you can go to the Kechara Soup Kitchen and make your donations today. Thank you very much for watching.